Wolfie!
Lucas!
Did you have a lovely Christmas?
I suppose. Did you?
Yeah, it was good.
So I bet it's real wintry over there.
Oh my god. I had to go walk my dog the other night. It was -1.
Sheesh!
I'm like, hurry up and piss. We're going inside. She did not want to go inside.
What a menace.
The animal. What's this arcane switch up I've been enlightened about?
Oh, yeah. All of you are so fake. So everyone's like suddenly switching up Arcane. I guess we've all decided it's been popular long enough, so now we're nitpicking and trying to find issues with it. To try and retroactively decide, oh, it wasn't that good after all. No, you guys suck.
What? What are they saying?
They're like, it's that they didn't like how Caitlyn and Vi's relationship progressed. There's the meme of it is like, I don't think I like the ship because it's oppressor x oppressed.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
No,
there were people complaining about how Victor's arc is ableist because he was trying to fix himself and everyone else, which I think that was kind of part of the point. That what he was doing wasn't the right way.
That was the plot. Yeah, thanks.
They didn't like that.
What was happening. Okay, he has one of the best plots.
He does.
I think.
They didn't like that it didn't focus on Vi's and Jinx's relationship enough.
I was gonna say they're just butthurt because it doesn't have Jinx as the main character the whole time.
I know, right?
People really like Jinx and really just want to nitpick about that.
Yeah, dude, they wanted more. They wanted Jinx the show.
How old is Jinx? She's like 17, right?
17 or 18, one of those.
I don't think, well, either way. I saw, remember I was telling you about that Hear Me Out cake?
Yeah.
And for those not aware listeners, it's like you and someone else like print out characters or things or whatever, and then you like put them on a cake, and it's like, this is the things that they would fuck. But you can't like question it, because it's like, okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
I would fuck this person. And someone said that, like, their entire cake is Jinx, and everyone on the Twitter comments were saying that she's underage. And I was like,
she?
That's not. I think so. I think she's 17 because I think she was. The time jump is like 3 or 4 years from.
Oh yeah, Arcane Jinx is underage.
Right. Arcane Jinx specifically, and and so it's like, this person just outed that they're like a pedophile.
Whoops.
Like whoops, and then they were trying to like vehemently argue that like no she's underage. It's like the people that try to defend like their lolly inner self.
Yeah. Listen,
like,
at that point you just have to go, whoops, my bad, didn't know. Because I didn't know.
And that's not even that bad. Like, well, I mean, like, you probably if you're gonna post and like have an audience like that, you should probably double check.
Yeah.
But like everyone's gonna make mistakes, right? And so it's like, oh, is she? Rewind. Let's not, like, say we want to fuck a child.
So like a whole genre of those tweets, like I guess they're screenshots because the tweets are now deleted, but it's like they'll be like arguing and they'll be like, yeah, well, why don't you suck on my dick or hop on it? And they'll be like, well, I'm a minor. And they'll be like, oh, look at their profile. Like, wait a second, you're 13. Never mind. I take it back.
Yeah. I can't believe people are backtracking on Arcane.
Like, it was great, you guys.
Great. Just let it be great. And no, for on the other side of the coin, we don't need more.
We don't.
Let it end. Let things end. That is the beauty of it existing at all, is that it comes to an end.
Learn the real reason for fandom. Writing fan fiction for the things they didn't cover.
Right. Exactly. If you want more, there's plenty more to choose from. Or, play the game.
Yeah,
And it'll be nothing like Arcane, but at least you'll get more Jinx. Did you see that Arcane was like close to a net neutral in profits?
Interesting.
Like of how much they put into it versus how much they got back?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's pretty surprising.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I don't think it was entirely. So the other thing about that article that I was reading, it wasn't entirely about profits. They really hoped the show people hope to get a character or skin or plural skins into League. And they did. They got multiple skins, multiple updates, and they got Mel Medarda.
Yeah. They completely changed Victor.
Yeah, they changed Victor completely, you're right. And they added a completely new character, and she's cool as hell.
And they did that good.
Yeah. So, note to other studios or companies or whatever, not always about how much you can make off of it.
Yeah.
Because the player interest in League shot way up with both seasons. Much to the League players' demise, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They're probably very upset about it. Anyways, everybody, welcome to episode 146 of You're Ridiculous.
Whoa!
Only slightly bungled it. I got ahead of myself on that one. But I saved it. My name is Luke, one of your hosts as always, and with me, your other host, Wolf.
That's me.
That's you. Only slightly late.
No.
Yes.
A little.
Yes.
It was my fault.
I wasn't blaming you. It was this time, I agree, it was not your fault. It was traffic's fault. But you are late. That you can't refute that.
Perhaps.
But no, I wasn't blaming you. Last week we talked about Amazon's medium show, Secret Levels.
We did indeed.
And I said to you and the audience that I would watch the other episodes and then say and decide whether or not we should do an episode 2 on it with the remaining episodes. And I watched one of them and gave up.
Damn.
I'm like, this is not worth my time. I'm not even going to watch the other 2. Wolf, we should pick something else.
Wow, they blew it. Hardcore.
They sure did. Luckily, though, we already had a new topic lined up, one of which we both forgot about.
Indeed.
Our yearly recap episode.
Yeah, how could we forget our classic?
I know, the old standby, the old reliable. This is being filmed December 30th, so almost New Year's Eve.
Just in time.
Exactly. It'll be 2025. It'll be a year later by the time they see it.
Ah, yeah. Keep you guys waiting.
But we're going to, like always, or if we don't always do it, this is what we're going to be talking about. Our favorite movie of the year, our favorite show, or shows if you have a couple, and then our game of the year, not the fake Game Awards game.
Yeah.
And then if anybody has honorable mentions, be it more shows, events that happened, fun things, so on and such. Let's get right into it.
All right.
Wolf, you start. You can start with whatever one you like.
Okay, I'll start with a show. It'd be Murder Drones. It didn't come out this year, but I finally watched it. I guess the finale came out this year.
That's acceptable.
Yeah. It's an indie show by Glitch Productions about drones, robots, living in their own little post-apocalyptic, I guess post-apocalyptic, because they've kind of recovered by then.
Yeah.
And it's like this weird mix of science and supernatural, and lots of things happen.
Where can people watch it?
Oh, they can watch it on YouTube for free.
Oh, wow. That's the best kind of recommendation.
That's right. All 8 episodes.
Isn't this one that we talked about before? Not talked about, but you mentioned it?
Probably. I think I probably mentioned it in reference to Digital Circus.
Yeah, I think so. It looks really cool.
Yeah. To think I took this long to give it a chance.
Wow.
I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't want to watch this.
I mean, yeah, sometimes it'd be like that, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, it took me 4 years to watch Game of Thrones, before, it was in season 4 or 5 by the time I actually watched it.
Yeah.
And same with Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad had ended by the time I actually watched it.
Had to let it marinate.
Exactly. You gotta let it stew. You got other things on the watch list too.
That's right.
Maybe I have to watch The Office for the 13th time.
Of course.
Murder Drones. Check it out. What do you rate it out of 1 to 10?
Solid 8 out of 10.
That's pretty good.
Very fun. But this gives you lots to think about.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. All right. I'll do a show as well, since we're on the shows. My show, tragically, is Chaos. God, I'm not going to get too far into it because we've done a whole episode about it already.
Yeah.
But my gosh, this show was so cool.
It was pretty solid.
It was such a great retelling of a bunch of Greek myths and tragedies in a really unique way with literally a 20 out of 10 cast.
Yeah.
And Netflix bungles it.
It is
because
canned it for no reason. Did it get bad reviews?
Sorry. It didn't. It got good reviews, but it didn't get that like insane viewership like in the first week or whatever it was that Netflix cares about. So they trashed it, but the reviews were great. It got really good reviews.
Yeah.
It is tragic. If you want to hear me talk about it more, go find our episode where we talked about it.
Maybe Amazon will slurp it up, as they often do.
Maybe Amazon could slurp it. I think typically shows that don't make it on Hulu or Peacock are going to Netflix. I don't think any one of those would slurp it.
Yeah.
But maybe. You never know. Amazon.
Maybe even YouTube, because YouTube got Nimona.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a good one too. What is Netflix doing?
I'm blowing it.
That one's actually really. I forgot about that one. That's a great one. Huh? Yeah. My show is Chaos. It's a great show. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Although be prepared to be disappointed because it only has one season.
Yeah, that's where it ends, right there.
But what a great season.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. All right. Do you have another show?
I do indeed. My next show will be Scavenger's Reign.
Oh,
I really like that one.
That's okay. Continue. I forgot about that one. Continue.
It was a great show. Solid 10 out of 10. Solid animation. I liked the characters. I liked the story. And I liked how it ended. It was, put a bow on it. It was ready. It was done. Shame we didn't get another season, but, it was good while it lasted. And it proved Netflix and all the other execs wrong that sci-fi doesn't sell. The people crave sci-fi, clearly.
Yeah, true. I forgot about that was this year. I 100% agree. If I had remembered it, this would be on my list as well, so I'm glad you brought it up. Unlike Chaos, I think this one only getting a season 1 is okay because it can fully exist within its own season.
Yeah.
It's like a small movie.
Yeah, it wrapped up all its plot points and such. Oh yeah, it didn't need a second season because all self-contained. It tied up all its loose ends, so the only thing a second season would do would just open up pretty much a brand new plot line just with all the characters.
Which we would happily have watched, but
yeah,
at least they wrapped it up with one season.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would watch more. And you just recommended this to a friend, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I to describe it to them, they couldn't remember their name. I was like, yeah, they're on this living planet. And they crashed there, and everything's alive, and it keeps eating them.
Yeah.
And there's this guy who gets birthed.
What?
He does.
No, what'd you say? Give birth?
He gets birthed.
Oh, he does get birthed. It's true. That was not my favorite plot line, but it was there. Yeah. Also, I would give Chaos a 9 out of 10.
Oh.
And what would you give Scavenger's Reign?
I think a 9 out of 10. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Yeah. I think I gave it a 10 out of 10.
I think it's a 10 out of 10. I think we both gave it a 10. Yeah. I still think it's a 10.
Yeah.
Even after this. So my last show that I'll talk about is on Netflix. It's called The Gentleman. Have you heard of it?
Ooh, I have not.
So it's about a minor family. It's a fake. It's not real. It's what's it called? When something is not based on a true story.
Fiction.
Thank you. It's a fictional. Well, because I was going to say, I'm saying that the story is about a minor. What are the royalty family? But I didn't want to make people think it was like a real
it's not. Story. It's historical fiction.
It's yes. It's not.
What?
It's fiction. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Bullshit. Anyways, it's not a real thing. Anyways, and so their father dies. They're like minor royalty. They're like I don't know. They're someone important in the British royalty, I guess.
Yeah.
And their father dies, and then they inherit the building, and it comes with a weed farm, but nobody knows about the weed farm.
Right.
And so there's the whole aspects of like how to, do all the antics that's going on. The older brother didn't inherit all the things that he thought he was going to inherit for the father. The younger brother got it instead because he's much more put together and all this stuff. Yeah. And then he finds the weed farm, and then the older brother gets in trouble because he needs money because he thought he was going to get all the money from the inheritance. All this stuff. It's really good. The cast is phenomenal. The lead, or one of the lead women, is in Maze Runner, if you watch that.
Yeah.
And the cast is really good. It has Giancarlo Esposito, who I've talked about on this podcast many times before. He's great.
You love the way he John Carlos.
I do. And he could John Carlos on my Esposito any day. He's great. So yeah, I rambled a bit there, but The Gentleman, it's on Netflix. It's 8 episodes. Yes, 8 episodes. They're about 45 minutes to an hour long. And it's confirmed there's another season.
Nice.
So finally, we can recommend something that's getting more content.
It's about time.
Yeah. So yeah, really good. I would give this a 9 out of 10. This one also, unlike Scavenger's Reign and all the other ones, well, possibly Murder Jones, I'm not sure. But this is one you can just like put on like the side and not like pay too much attention about.
Yeah. You done Murder Jones.
It's just like, yeah, okay, Murder Jones fits that?
Yeah.
Nice, okay. So both of those are good to just like watch and you don't have to pay super close attention to, but you'll still enjoy watching them.
Yeah, I actually put on Murder Jones solely because I had to work on that fursuit and I needed something on in the background.
Nice. Well, yeah, and I feel like Scavenger's Reign, you really want to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Not because it's complex or anything, or even that there's much dialogue in it, but it's just so cool to watch everything like move and exist.
Seeing it's the important, essential part.
Right, exactly. Where a lot of shows you can just listen to.
Yeah.
All right. Next category, I'll let you pick.
Game. My game of note this year was The Joy of Creation, although it was just a demo. It slapped. It's part of the Five Nights at Freddy's fanverse, finally getting another entry in that out. I don't actually know what it's about. You seem to be having nightmares. You're being haunted by the creations, the fucked up creations you made, of like by stuffing children into suits.
Classic.
I like the mechanics. It's one of the few FNAF games like that, the traditional FNAF style that I actually played, where like you've got doors, gotta close them, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give it a solid like 8 out of 10, if only because we're like 4 or 5 years in. I still don't actually know the story of The Joy of Creation. But I also love the title because it proves I'm not crazy, because back when FNAF 1, there was this special audio that was like, he tried to like garble it, but he made it too garbled, so no one actually knows what it's trying to say. But the end of it absolutely says The Joy of Creation, but people have convinced themselves it doesn't, when it does, and that's why the game is called that. That's probably why Scott picked it.
They're sheep, I'm telling you.
They are.
Too blind to see.
It's too critical to not have been intentional.
Yeah. How long was the demo?
I think I spent a few hours on it.
Oh, okay.
3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah.
I did also like watch people play it before, so I learned the mechanics faster.
I mean, that's pretty good, though. Even if it's like 3 hours, generously, let's say, that's still really good for a demo.
Yeah.
Solid. And how would you rate it? 8 out of 10, you said?
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Okay, that's pretty good. And we don't know when it's supposed to come out.
We do not.
Yeah, shame. but okay, more importantly, we do know it is coming out, right?
Yeah, it is gonna come out.
It's not like Silk Song where they just announce it but never ever comes out.
Yeah.
Or GTA 6.
I think it's supposed to come out 2025. At least that's what they said.
Allegedly. Silk Song was what? Was announced when? How many years ago?
Too many.
Yeah, exactly. All right. My game, I mentioned it before, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I actually didn't play that many games from this year, if that makes sense. A lot of the games I ended up playing were from previous years. So my pickings were slim.
Had to catch up.
Yeah, I think there were plenty of other solid games. We talked about those. Go watch our Game Awards episode where we talk about all the good games this year. However, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom was one that I actually played through all the way to the end. And that's important because I traditionally never played through them all.
Right.
So I played it through. And this, honestly, it's a return to classic Zelda, which is important because the game right before this was Tears of the Kingdom, which is a very, very high deviation from classic Zelda.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll really comment on was I think the way they did the puzzles was really cool.
Ooh.
Or sorry, the way you solve puzzles. Now, the whole shtick of the game is that you're playing as Zelda for the first time instead of Link. So you don't have like a classic sword or anything to fight with. So she has like a special staff in the game that you can, like, when you defeat enemies, you can summon them later.
Anemones.
Yeah, and you can also collect items like boxes and crates and all the different objects throughout the game as you're playing and summon them. Now, obviously, that would be really broken if you could do it all at once. If I could summon 20 enemies, that's pretty broken. So what they did was they gave everything like a level system. And then so you only have like 4 or 5 pips. You get more throughout the game. But you start with like 3 pips. And so if something is like level 3, you can only have 1 of those out. But if something is level 1, you could have 3 of them out and so on.
Yeah.
And so what it does for the game is that it makes puzzle solving really interesting. There's like so many open-ended ways of solving it. You could like stack a bunch of boxes on stuff. You could stack a bunch of beds was a solution I used a lot. There's certain spiders and other monsters in the game that like aren't good for combat, but they're good for puzzle solving.
Yeah. And
so like some of the spiders let you climb walls. Some of them shoot ropes. That's really just like them coming, but you know. Anyways, I thought that puzzle the way the freedom in which you have to solve the puzzles was really cool.
Right.
And like traditionally Zelda is like a puzzle / combat game, and so it was interesting to take on combat without having a sword most of the time.
Yeah.
You had like special powers that you could like turn into like Sheik, which is like her ninja mode.
Yeah.
And then you'd get a sword, but like that was a limited feature.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be broken.
Exactly. So you can't have both all the puzzles and the sword. You're not Link here. You're a princess. So it didn't like blow me away with the narrative or anything, but I did think the puzzle thing was really cool. And among the games that came out this year, this was my favorite one.
Nice.
It's a solid like 7.5, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 because it's cute.
Yeah.
But nothing like mind blowing. It was just like a fun game.
Yeah.
All right, next category, or do you have another game?
That's all. I guess next category would be movies.
All right.
Which I don't actually have one. I didn't watch a lot of movies. I guess it could be Nimona.
That didn't come out this year.
Oh, it didn't? Then yeah, I don't have a movie.
When did this come out?
All movies sucked this year.
2023. Did not come out this year.
Darn.
All right, well, do you have another show, or are you tapped out?
I am tapped out. I only have honorable mentions left.
Okay, well, I'll go into my movie then. It is The Wild Robot.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that.
I love this movie. This honestly might crack like top 10 best animated films I've ever seen.
Wow.
It was so good. The voice acting was great. The animation was stunning. And the music was also super, super excellent. And it is enjoyable from kids to older adults to anybody. I had my like 5-year-old cousin come, or maybe she's 6 now, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was me and my mother. We all just went together. and all three of us loved it. I cried at
Nice.
the end. It was so good.
Guess maybe I'll give it a look.
And Lupita Nyong'o is it, and she went to our college, Wolf.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. We know a
Famous.
celebrity.
it's true. Well, we knew it before this because she was in Black Panther too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right.
This is like the second best thing than when I learned the animation teacher worked on robots.
Oh yeah,
Turns out he hated the experience.
yeah, but you love robots.
I do.
God, you just got such a hard on for that movie. It's so funny. It's like me talking about Madagascar the game.
Yeah, equivalent.
Except surely yours did better than mine did.
I think so. Probably.
I think so. Probably like, 6 people on the earth have ever played the game I'm talking about. All right, yeah,
6.
that was my game. Go watch Wild Robot. If I don't actually know where it's streaming.
Is it a Pixar movie?
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, it's got Pedro Pascal in it and Bill Nye and Mark
Bill
Hamill.
Nye.
Well, no, not the Bill Nye, not the science
Oh.
guy.
Oh,
He's an English
never
actor.
mind. I take
It's a
back my
different-
excitement.
He's still famous though.
Not to me.
How do I? Oh, it's DreamWorks. It's DreamWorks. Universal Pictures.
Maybe that's on Paramount Plus then.
Oh, it probably is. Hang on. Finding.
Looking it
Finding
up.
out.
Looking it up.
Looking.
Hacking
It's
noises.
apparently not streaming, but you can
What?
buy it from YouTube.
Lame.
But it's really good. If you have the option to watch it, it's really, really good. So I don't exactly know. You could buy the Blu-ray.
I guess.
I don't know. I can't tell you the last time I bought a DVD.
We might have to start doing that again.
DVDs are so ancient.
I was thinking about for the aesthetic getting like a tape recorder and the cassettes, because apparently you could just like stick them into a computer and like record things through Audacity, like music and stuff.
Oh.
I'm like,
Neat.
wow, I'd be so peak. my collective 100 tapes.
Give me the tape, man.
Ah,
That could be your thing.
that's where I put all the smut. That's how I'm gonna preserve it.
That's You're just gonna, police are gonna raid your house and find like thousands of just like hard tapes of smut. Not even
And it's
illegal
just the
smut,
audio.
It's just smut. Yeah, it's just the audio. There's no, and you have like a storage unit with all like just like camcorder tapes of the video. So you have to pair them together.
Listen,
And
that's
it's
the
not
thing. The
even bad.
sacrifices you have to make.
It's nothing bad. It's just normal smut.
It is.
All right.
I'm so secretive about it. They think it's something sus, and they're just like, "What's wrong with you?"
It's like when people like hide their middle name.
Yeah,
It's like never anything bad, but they're just like, I don't want you to know.
secret.
All right, well, give me an honorable mention.
Honorable mention: we have Cult of the Lamb. I guess they technically came out with a new update this year. I shared my thoughts on it, but it counts, and it lives rent free in my mind still. And I'm still holding on to the hope that I will one day get my narrative update, as I deserve.
That's never gonna happen.
I deserve it.
Do you?
I do. I bought their merch. I would pay for the fucking narrative update at this point. Just give it to me.
You didn't buy their the tier 1 merch. Because it's sold out.
Oh.
Remember that?
Okay, yeah. I didn't get the original merch.
Right. You're not like, you don't deserve it.
I would have.
They only give the narrative update to the people who bought the like really limited stuff.
No. Shout out to the 2 people who paid $1,000 to be inside Cult of the Lamb.
What?
That was what the highest tier was.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. And you didn't do that? You're a fake fan.
I was thinking about it. I was like, if I'm gonna spend 500, why don't I spend 1,000?
Oh, you should have told. I 100% would have sent you $500 for you to do it. As like a Christmas birthday gift for 2024 or 5.
I should have. We had time
told me
too.
about it.
It was the only tier that didn't immediately sell out.
Damn it! You should have told. I so would have done it just for the memes. Imagine how hilarious that would have been if you just in the game. Damn it! Now I'm sad. I so would have done it. If you spent 500, I absolutely would have chipped in the other half.
Amazing.
That would have been. Anyways, notify me if that ever comes up again.
Got it. Sure.
I so would have done it. We could have crowdfunded in our Discord.
We could have. Make it a group effort. Get Wolf into Cult of the Lamb.
Listen to this, audience. Pay attention next time this comes up.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it one random at 3 a.m. one again.
True. They spent all their they had to pause on the narrative update because they spent all their time on that the concert in Salem.
Yeah.
The heavy metal concert.
They're the most mediocre metal album in the history.
They gave you like 3 days notice.
They did. I hope to see you guys there. Thanks, you won't.
Like, I can't even get there in time.
I couldn't. Was it the walk there?
It would have been a struggle for me to get there in time.
You're like right there.
I'm literally only a couple hours away, but it's like the planning that I would have had to done.
Drop everything to go to Salem, the other side of the fucking country.
Just to listen to a mediocre metal album.
Oh, man.
All right.
The crowd goes mid.
They do. Do you have any other honorable mentions? Because I have none.
Okay, I've got another game. It's called Monster X Mediator. It is a dating sim that is still in the works that I found on itch.io, however you pronounce it.
Oh yeah, you told me about this one.
It was really good. It was really fun. I like the humor. I like the style. It's basically written for me. Frankly. Hasn't gotten updated in a hot bit. They've been on a hiatus for a bit, but they're planning to have 4 routes total, I guess, to start, like basically the first arc of the game. They've gotten 2 done. You know what? They both slapped. The first one's called like Your Biggest Fan. He's your stalker.
Yep.
He's like what's the word? A homunculi, effectively.
Oh, sexy.
Yeah. He's huge. And he's practically a dog.
Oh?
Personality-wise, not looks-wise.
Oh, golden retriever boyfriend.
Yeah. Seeks your approval excessively.
Yeah. Classic.
And the other one's a knight, who I guess you're like the reincarnation of his master from long, long ago.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't love that?
He bakes. He's like the archetype where they're like, the archetype like they treat you like shit, but then you get to flip the tables on them, and then you get the option to treat them like shit.
Nice. You like this game so much we almost did an episode on it.
We did. I was like, you wouldn't like this.
I know, yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it though. What would you rate it?
Solid 8 out of 10.
Nice. We got some good recommendations this episode.
I do indeed. If you like dating sims, and if you're a freak, you'd like Monster X Mediator.
Of course you are, because you're listening to this podcast.
Indeed.
You're not normal if you like it. All right. Does that wrap it up?
That wraps it up.
That is our yearly recap.
Woo.
2024 recap. It was this year was okay.
It was a slow year.
Yeah, this is a slow and long year.
Yeah.
With like not much happening, honestly. This is not a canon year. I'll say it.
Yeah. Perfect. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Hopefully 2025 is better.
Yeah. Didn't we say at the beginning of this year that this was going to be the year?
I did. One of us did say that, I think. I'm like, this is the year. This is the thing where everything's going to happen.
It was not.
I just misread the calendar. It's 2025.
Yeah. That's the year everything happens.
Exactly. All right. Question of the week from Rain. What is it, Wolf?
This week's question of the week is, what's something you're hoping to do in 2025?
I hate writing
New Year's resolutions?
Yeah. And so I'm glad that Rain phrased it this way.
Yeah. Thanks, Rain.
Thanks, Rain. Indeed. Indeed. Shut up. So, what am I hoping to do in 2025? I'll start it off since I normally don't.
Okay.
One, I'm hoping to travel outside the country.
Ooh.
Two, I'm hoping to finish It Takes Two with you. I think we can do it.
Maybe.
It is astounding to me that we have not finished that game, but we both really like it.
Yeah, we got lost.
It's my plague has like brushed off onto you.
It has.
Because that's exactly how I feel with most games I don't finish. I'm like, wow, I really like this. Anyway, go find something else.
Moving on.
So those are my two. I feel like the game one is very doable, and I have plans with my sister, tentative plans, not finalized plans, to travel outside the country.
Which country would you go to?
Currently we're planning on going to Amsterdam in October.
Ooh.
So, exactly. Ooh, indeed. All right, what's one of yours or multiple of yours?
What am I hoping to do in 2025?
Leave your current job.
Yeah, leave my current job. My manager's putting in her 2 weeks notice.
Oh no!
I'm an influencer in the worst ways.
It gets worse and worse.
Speaking of which, I hope to start posting like theory videos to YouTube. Get started on YouTube. What I had on TikTok, but on YouTube, because I let it die on TikTok.
Ah, tragic. It's hard enough to like build up on YouTube, on TikTok. But if you let it die, it's even harder to get it back.
Yeah, it was gone. I was like, never mind. Bye, everybody.
Never mind.
It was nice knowing you.
So long. That's all. Sounds lovely though. I'll watch. I'll subscribe.
Lovely. I think I would revise my Vanny cosplay. Well, I don't think. I want to revise the Vanny cosplay in time for PAX West 2025.
Ah, PAX West. Maybe I'll go to that.
Yeah, you should. It's really good.
I know.
Best convention I've been to so far.
I went to, funny because I went to PAX Unplugged this year.
Oh yeah.
I worked at PAX Unplugged for the company I work for, obviously. And it was lovely, but I think I would rather work at a convention than attend a convention. So I'm happy with how things played out. I didn't talk about it much, but I did go to PAX Unplugged. I also signed things, which was very cool.
Oh, big signer.
I know. It's like I was famous. But yeah, I'd like to go to another convention actually in 2025. That was fun.
Yeah.
So maybe PAX West it is.
Turn up.
We'll see. Turnip, one of my favorite vegetables.
Cringe.
Take it away, Wolf.
I'm Wolf, taking things away. Thank you for watching episode 146 of You're Ridiculous. If you liked all that, please hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get notified of the next episode. If you're watching on a podcast website, be sure to hit the plus and give us 5 stars to support this show. You can follow us across the internet. The main cast at ridiculous_cast on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow Lucas at 7angryWalls with an E, and you follow me at Rainbow Doves without the W. We hope to see you guys all again next week, but until then, say goodbye.
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 Happy New Year.
Bye.